Alrighty, man. Friday night here in southern Ontario. It's cold as a. I'm not gonna swear. It's cold. That's all I'm gonna say. Stove. We get the wood stove cooking. We get the furnace cranked. Actually, I just turned the furnace down so it wouldn't turn on while we're shooting the video. Sharp Customs, man. We are rolling. We got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff. A lot of new stuff. And I'm just going to go through it. I'm going to go through it. And you're along for the ride. How about that? You're along for the ride. So, I made a deal with this fella in Maine. His name is Will. Will from Maine. He wanted, he's got some new error. I'm not too familiar with the new error or pace setter stuff. I kind of follow along with it. I follow along with all the quarter scale stuff. You know, new error is going, you're going way back for new error. You know, or even pace setter. Pace setter goes all the way back. I believe it goes back almost to the 60s. But so I'm doing some dragster bodies for him. And when I say dragster, I'm talking about the long, I call them rails. I call them rails. We will get to that. We will get to that. I got a bunch of parts laid out on the table because I basically, I struck up a deal with him. And he sent me a Grand National. I call it a Grand National in a box. Because it was all in a box. It was all pieces. I told him, I said, you know what, take it all apart, put it in a box, you know, be cheaper that way for shipping and stuff. And I'm not even going to go there. But you can see all the pieces are laid out. We've got, you know, fuel tank, we've got the side pods, we've got the shock absorbers, we've got the rear trailing arms, you know, we've got the rear axle hubs, you know, it all kind of goes together. We got this is the front you know, control arms, and obviously we've got the frame pieces. We've got the servos for the steering. We've got, this is something I haven't really seen. This is, you know, the motor mounts here. And I think it kind of goes that way. Yeah, it goes that way because the shocks come from here down to the rear arms. But yeah, you got your servo for your brake, but then you've got a secondary servo for the throttle, which that's something on the Racos, that I've yet to see. Pretty cool. I haven't tested any of this stuff. I've got the whole steering, set up. Two nice heavy duty servos. Hope they're good. Haven't tried them. I got all kinds of bits and pieces. Like I say, it was a Rayco Grand National. You know, call it a stock car or whatever you want. You know, we've got the wheels. We've got the chrome Rayco rims. Look at this. Check this out. This was pretty cool. These things still got the. They still got the BRP like on them. These things are like brand new. BRP, Bishop Racing Products, that's what that is. The back ones, they don't have anything on them. But they still have the seam right there. They got that seam right there, which tells me they're new. They're new, man. These things have never been used. These wheels are kind of weird. Like, I love how wide the rears are. It's kind of like foam here. But on the top surface, it's like a rubber. It's like a rubber. I don't know too much about this type of stuff. get the frame rails. You can see the frame rails. They've you know, they've had some work. They've had some work, and I get the whole chassis. Now the chassis is like, it's like plastic. You can see this piece is broken. I would probably duplicate, if I was going to restore this car, I'd probably duplicate this into you know, sheet aluminum. You know, there's a piece of the other side, top and bottom. Got here's the other piece here. That's just the way these cars were made. Pretty cool. Now I got a question for everybody. So I got like these foam bumper. I have the plastic pieces for the bumpers, front and rear, and these were laminated, you know, to these. And I got a question for everybody. Anybody who might know in the quarter scale world, this foam, so this is a foam, it is a very wicked high dense foam, and if anybody knows where you can get your hands on this type of foam, I'd really like to know, because this would be the type of foam, kind of similar to what's on the tires, and you know, this foam would be really good for making my custom wheels and tires. It's way more dense than you know, the yoga noodles. That's what I call them, the yoga noodles that I was making my custom tires out of. I would love to find out where this foam might come from. Maybe it doesn't come from anywhere. Maybe this stuff is just super old. There's not enough material here to make tires out of. What am I doing with this car in a box? Grand National Rayco in a box. I'm using the bits and pieces. I have a lot of ideas. Check this out. This is one of my favorite pieces of the puzzle, right here. That is a Rayco gearbox. Got the clutch bell. As you can see, as I turn it, where the axles would go, turn. You know, it's got the fibrous discs for the braking mechanism. That's like one of my all-time favorite pieces, you know, to buy from a Rayco. Like, I love these things, man. Like, you know, yeah, they're just cool. They're a cool, neat little thing. What am I gonna do with this? All the bits and pieces? I'm not restoring this Grand National. I am going to use the bits and pieces for other projects. You know, I have some upcoming projects. I have the secret car that nobody knows about yet. Well, a handful of you. Handful of you know. But I'm probably going to use this suspension, the wheels, you know, the rear end, and I got something else with this package. I got this box down here that it all came in. I got this really bitchin'. I got this bitchin' motor. It's just a G23. What's been done to it internally, I'm not really too sure. It's got this wicked tune pipe on it. I have fired it up. It's got this crazy secondary pickup coil underneath with a crazy fan. TR, I know what that is. That's Turtle Racing. You know, it's got this crazy clutch in it, which I believe is probably also Turtle Racing, which, you know, it's got this silencer. The silencer did nothing. But I already took it apart. I modified it, put some steel wool in it, and I got it baffled down a little bit. We got this crazy, I'm gonna guess that the cover was probably hydro dipped. We got this crazy coil, and we've got the OBR. This is interesting because I took this all apart before I fired it up. I did fire it up. OBR, that's O'Neill's Brothers Racing, and this converts your two-strokes. I did not know this. I did not know that you could take a two-stroke and you could turn it into a reed valve motor. But that's what that little block is, man. O'Neill Brothers. It's a reed valve setup, and this thing, I'm telling you, man, this thing's got some snap. I was gonna leave it mounted in the vise, and I was gonna snap it up and run it. I ran it last night. Runs awesome. It's got some wicked compression. So, no idea what's inside here, as far as the, you know, what piston or jug or any of that. It's just a G, as far as I know, it's just a G23, but it's pretty stout. And this might end up in the new project, or it might end up in my 34 hot rod. Yeah, you can see we got the 34 hot rod sitting there. Yeah, look at that. I dropped my damn phone on the floor. Look at that. Fell out of my pocket. I was going to show a picture. Of course, look, we got this under the table. Oh, gee, what is this? Oh, yeah. She needs some work. She needs some work. I bought me another Baja. It's an HPI. It's an older, very older model. The radial gear is a little, it's a little weird. I fired this thing up last night after I bought it. Okay, I buy these things because I get super good deals on these things. You know, I look on Marketplace, and when I find them locally in my hometown, I make these low ass offers. And yeah, it needs some tires on the rear. I just happen to have a set of brand new rubber go right on here. But why do I buy these? I buy these because I have ideas. I would like to take one of these, make it a little bit longer, maybe turn it into one of these little hot rods, you know, if I can fit the body on. I'm not sure if I can do it. I haven't tried it yet. The radial gear on this is it's still 2.4 gigahertz, but the steering is all weird. It's all backwards, and when you try and reset it, you know, on the radio, even the radio, here, I'll grab the radio. It's an older HPI type radio, and it does have the switch to switch the, you know, the reverse steering and all that stuff, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work. What I found is I unplugged the servo out of the receiver, you know, for about a minute, plug it back in, all steers good, and then all of a sudden it goes all weird again and it starts steering backwards. And that's, you don't want that when you're driving it, you know, out in the field. So, I mean, it could just be a case grabbing a, you know, another transmitter, another receiver. I'm hoping it's not the servo. I'm going to say it's transmitter, no doubt. But, yeah, I bought that one. It was cheap, you know. You know, I buy those things $400 or $500, and you know, they're fun. It's got a bunch of cool upgrades, but I'm gonna show you a picture on my phone, because that's why I have my phone, and then we're gonna go over that way, and I'm gonna show you some other cool stuff. Maybe. Here you go. Here, come on. There we go. It's a dragster. Look at that. That is, I know it's hard to see. You know, I should print this stuff out so you can see it better. But it's a new era dragster body. You know, a rail car. Dragster, you know, a lot of guys collect these things. You know, they restore them. You know, they put them on the shelf. They look pretty. All that kind of stuff. Because, let's face it, they don't really run quarter scale funny cars or dragsters anymore. So they're kind of a collector's thing. But I had a fella ask me, they're made out of plastic. They're vacuum formed way back in the day. And I had a fella ask me if I could make him some fiberglass ones. And I was like, you know what? Ship it to me. You know, you want to pay for it? You got trade. Like, you know, what end kind of what kind of deal do you want to do? And that's where this Grand National Rayco in a box kind of came from. He said, I'll give you the car. You do me some bodies. I was like, yeah, I'm cool with that, man. I'm down. I'm down. So, we're going to scooch over that way. Oh, yeah. Did I say it was Friday night? Because it is Friday night. And, you know what Friday night consists of? Friday night consists of some cool beverages. So I got a few packages in the mail the other day. I got the car, the Grand National Rayco in a box. I got the dragster body in a box. Today, I'm gonna put this out there. I got this. This is a very nice straight axle, as you can see. It's got the hubs or spindles, whatever you want to call them. I gotta make some bushings and stuff for it. This is very nice, man. Look how nicely, hey, like that is polished up nice. That's gorgeous. A little better. You've seen mine on my videos. I think I need to get a buffing wheel so I can polish mine up. But yeah, I want to give a shout out to Rob Valentine. I got this from Rob Valentine. I actually traded him, you know, one of my 3D printed motors, and I gave him a whole bunch of extras. I gave him, you know, a couple extra. I think I gave him some extra scoops, maybe an extra blower, some extra valve covers, an extra. But yeah, I got this today, man. This is a nice little. It's a nice little piece. I'll probably use it on the, you know, on the next 34 coupe that I built. Maybe I'll put it on mine. Who knows? Who knows? So, we're gonna go behind the curtain. Yeah, don't mind the man behind the curtain. And we're gonna have a look at something. So, I showed you the picture of that dragster body, and here it is. I've only had it for 1 day. And I've already got it all kind of based up. I got gel coat on it. We're just waiting. Oh, there we go. We're tacky. Look at that. I can touch it. And it's this is that gel coat that I'm going to tell you right now. This is the gel coat that I didn't like. This was that stuff that was way too fat. And when I say the word fat, I mean it was too thick to spray through my gel coat. And I actually tried reducing it with some acetone. And yes, this is that coupe body we pulled out of the molds. It's all clean underneath there. But as you can see, I changed the firewall. I fiberglassed in the hot rod firewall and I decided that I put my molds back on the sides and the top, and I will pull a new mold of the hot rod firewall. Like, why the hell not, man? Like I was saying in that last video, I was like, I don't even know why I did the original one, because nobody ever wants the original firewall, you know. And I've got that. I'll show you. I got that piece right here. There's the original style one, and that's the one that fits in there. And when I got that coupe body all cleaned up, I was like, you know, I should just slap the molds on it and PVA it, you know, put the release on it and gel coat it while I'm doing the dragster. And that's what I did, because everybody seems to want the hot rod firewall over the original style firewall. So I figure, you know, this stuff is, yeah, it's tacking up. It's taken a long time. I put acetone in it and I thinned it down. I could have probably went a little bit more on the acetone, but I can't wait to, you know, pull some bodies for this dragster. I'm even thinking of ordering some carbon fiber. I have never used carbon fiber. And I did say that this was going to be a short video, and I know that I just go on and on and on and on. But I think one of these bodies in carbon fiber would look just bitchin', man. Freaking, you know, black carbon fiber. And carbon fiber, you know what? These days they make it so much it's not really that expensive. You know, probably cost you know, $50, $60, $70 in material to kind of create one of these bodies. That's material. That's material. Now I have to do my research. I have to research what is the best product to use with carbon fiber, and of course, you know what? Probably not going to do it tonight. Maybe tomorrow, when I'm had a few coffees and I'm awake. But pardon me. Yeah, I'm gonna light a dart. Why? Because I can. But there you have it, man. You get to see all the stuff that's been happening in the last few days, man. It's kind of been a little bit crazy with stuff being delivered and stuff being picked up, you know. And we have our normal routine too. The camera girl, she's been picking away at this, you know, 49 Ford shoebox. You know, she's been working inside there, man. She's been doing the sheet metal work. She's been building up the tunnel. You know, I haven't mentioned it. We don't mention too much about this old beast because it doesn't seem to get really that many views. So you know, we don't do a whole lot of the real car thing because there's so much of it out there in YouTube land that we just don't do that, man. You know, we would love to, but no, this thing gets worked on. This old 49 Ford shoebox, it gets worked on all the time. We just don't video it because we don't get big numbers on it. And, you know, we get big numbers on the quarter scale stuff, and the quarter scale stuff, it's like it's accumulating. It's like they're breeding. It's, no. The camera girl would say different. She's like, you got a problem. You got a problem with quarter scale stuff. You just can't stop. It's like you see something, you gotta buy it. Hey? And it's like, no, but she knows. She knows that all the stuff that I do, it's an investment. That's what it is. It's an investment. I love to make the fiberglass stuff to support the community of the quarter scale kind of realm that I'm in. I'm willing to go even a step down, like with the 3D printing. You know, I'm now looking into smaller scale. If people want, you know, if they want the product, man, if they want the product, they want me to step down to, you know, I don't know, 6 scale, 8 scale. I'm, I'm gonna go there. You know, I'm a businessman. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm a businessman. I like to provide the stuff for the people who want it. I mean, why the hell not? Because I can. You know, not being egotistical or anything like that. Don't even want to go down that road, man. I just like having fun doing the stuff that I do for my hobby and other people's hobbies, and that's all I gotta say about that. Because I don't get into the political end of it. Let's just put it that way. Like I said, short little video here from Sharp Customs, man. You know the routine. Share, like, subscribe. Don't forget to comment, man. And I'm going to be posting more videos more often. I love you all. Love my new subscribers. I love all my subscribers. Peace. I'm out.